Welcome to In the Spotlight with your host, Matti Oshin.
Hello and welcome to In the Spotlight. I'm your host, Matti Oshin. My guest today is Ms. Trente Arens from Benedictine Marketing Department. Hi Trent, how are you today?
I'm doing well, how are you?
Pretty good. So how did you start your career in marketing?
Well, I actually earned my bachelor's degree in advertising, and I knew that I wanted to be in nonprofit advertising. Obviously, there's a lot of different places you can go with a marketing or advertising degree. But unfortunately, right out of school, I ended up working for a for-profit company called Follett Higher Education Group. They're actually main competitors for Barnes & Noble, our bookstore here on campus. And after working a few years for them as a marketing specialist, I started hunting around for jobs in the nonprofit marketing world and ended up finding a position here at Benedictine in the Alumni Relations office. And after working in Alumni Relations for a few years, this position opened up in marketing, so I decided to make the transition about a year ago now.
Okay, and what does a typical day look like for you here?
There's a lot of different things that go into marketing on a day-to-day basis. Everything from social media to handle things for the website to discussions about our branding. So what our logo looks like to what new marketing pieces might look like, direct mailers, emails, everything under the sun. So my days vary greatly from day to day.
And what are some of the main projects you've been working on?
A lot of our time spent during the summer and fall is really focused on recruiting the class for the next fall. So we're looking at fall 2020 right now. And a lot of those pieces that we've been created, like I mentioned, are direct mail pieces. So maybe a view book that's sent to different students' homes, kind of telling them a little bit more about Benedictine. We do travel pieces that our recruiters take on the road. You guys probably have gone to some of those college fairs where they're taking pieces that kind of explain more about Benedictine as a whole. And lately I've been working on our major sheets. So each of the majors here at Benedictine has their own marketing one sheet that talks a lot about, you know, the highlights of the major and why to study that major at Benedictine. And that has been a big project I've been working on for the last month.
And we've seen a lot of changes with the admissions process in terms of marketing, like you said, the major sheets. How did that process come about? Why did you decide to change the look of everything?
I think a lot of it has to do with we did a rebranding a couple years ago with our new logo, with the shield and everything like that, but we didn't really take it a step further to expand on our redesigning of our marketing pieces. And that was kind of the goal when I came into this position, was to look more closely at, well, what's really going to catch people's attention? What do people want to know more about with the school? And we've been kind of moving in that direction.
And what do you see in the future for Benedictine for marketing?
I think a lot of our focus is going to be more on telling the stories of our students and alumni. Obviously, our students and alums are our biggest success stories and biggest marketing help in a lot of ways, where they're the ones who have been through the educational experience firsthand. So it's a lot better to hear from you all about what you've done here at Benedictine than for me to write something for you.
Well, thank you, Trent. Again, this is Matti Oshin. We will be taking a quick break and we'll be discussing further with her.
Welcome back to In the Spotlight with your host, Matti Oshin.
Welcome back to In the Spotlight. I'm your host, Matti Oshin, again with Trente Arens. So Trent, the school has taken a more personalized approach in terms of marketing this year, as seen on campus with the banners. So how did that come about? Why did you decide to focus more on students instead of just general Benedictine?
I think it goes back a little bit to what I said before, that we really feel that our students are the ones who can tell Benedictine's story the best. They're the ones who experience firsthand what it's like to be in our classroom, work with our faculty, live on campus, commute to campus, be in athletics, be in student clubs and organizations. So we feel it's important to really highlight their stories and our actual students. So rather than using maybe stock photos or some of those images that we've used in the past, we really wanted to use students that prospective students and their families are going to see when they come to campus.
And how do you analyze success in terms of marketing?
Well, luckily, so much of marketing is digital now that we can really utilize website analytics to delve into whether a campaign's been successful. So for emails, we have things like open rates or click-through rates that really tell us a lot about not only how successful a campaign is, but even who specifically is clicking on certain links so that we know who to get in contact with and who really wants to know more about Benedictine.
And what is your favorite thing about working in the department?
My favorite thing has really been the creativity that I get to use. I think that the senior staff here at Benedictine have really given me a lot of opportunity to come up with new ideas and try new things, which has been really fun and exciting. And in working with our students during photo shoots and kind of interviewing them to learn more about what they love about Benedictine, it's been a lot of fun to learn more about the students as well.
And in your free time, what are your favorite things to do?
Well, I actually volunteer at an animal shelter. I first kind of learned the ropes of social media, doing volunteer work for them, running their Facebook page. So I have a huge love of my rescue dog, Ellie. I also have a little boy who's 18 months old, so he keeps me very busy outside of work.
That's great. And if someone were to want to get involved in the marketing department, maybe want to be a student worker, what would you want them to know? Like, how would they get involved with that?
Sure. Well, I think there's a lot of different opportunities for students within the marketing department who might have a particular interest, whether it's in graphic design. We're looking for people who want to take photos at events or maybe even do some video editing for us. Mm-hmm. So really, there's a wide range of student worker positions available. It's just a matter of them reaching out to me and kind of meeting with me, talking a little bit more about what they might be interested in. We have a lot of different opportunities, and I think it's a great way for students to be able to put on their resume that they actually worked on campaigns for the university. We really want to get students involved in making things happen.
And is that a good way for them to grow their resume? Like, would they be able to put that in a portfolio if they wanted to?
Definitely. I think that there's the opportunity for them to create pieces on their own, obviously with support from our staff, and kind of learn the ropes of different maybe InDesign features or Photoshop or that sort of thing. Definitely items that employers are looking for in their future hires.
Okay. Well, thank you, Trent. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. This is Matti Oshin with In the Spotlight. Please stay tuned for more.